Player 2 has joined the game.
Hey, yo, what's up, everybody, and welcome to episode 72 of the Two Player Co-op Podcast. As always, I'm one of your hosts here, Kevin, along with my brother from my mother, Sean.
How are we doing?
Very good. How are you doing today, sir? You had a busy weekend.
I had a weekend.
We're finally drinking beer again. Our month-long sabbatical is over with.
It's the second beer I've had.
That's only the second? Oh, you only had the one after the thing?
Last Monday, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, big weekend.
This is about my 8th, I think. Not today.
Made some notes. So got a lot of stuff to talk about today.
Music Fest.
Music Fest. First one on my list.
Oh, you got to move that like that.
Went to Beale St Music Fest. Went last year. I probably talked about it on the podcast.
You went all 3 days last year.
I went all 3 days. That was a thing.
You are a crazy person.
Unless there's just some lineup in the future that I can't miss, I'm not doing that again.
It would have to be like Friday John Mayer, Saturday Dave
Metallica.
Matthews, and Sunday OAR for me to go. And even then, I'd be like, maybe I can just do 2 of the 3.
So last year I said I'm just going to pick one day that looks the best and make a day out of it. Unfortunately, I mean, it's not a huge deal, but to me, the best day was Friday, which is only a half day. It doesn't even start until like that evening.
Oh, really?
So I would have liked to have, if everybody I wanted to see was on Saturday, that would have been more fun because Saturday is like a full day.
Right.
Like it starts at noon or 1. I don't know. It starts early. But I went Friday. A lot of bands that I wanted to see, but they just overlap and you can't see them all.
Who did you see?
We saw Taking Back Sunday, Sum 41, Jimmy Eat World, and Snoop.
I thought about trying to do the beatbox, and then I was like, I'm not going to ruin it because you're nailing that note, so I'm just going to go with it.
But then who else was there? MGMT was there that I wanted to see. Group Love was there that I wanted to see, but I'm like, I can't.
I can't.
So all 4 of them were at the same stage, so we just stayed put. It was pretty cool. Taking Back Sunday was awesome. That was a blast from the past for me.
Mm-hmm. What was their one big song? Why can't I remember it? That's not the name of the song, but
they had probably Make Damn Sure.
Yes. Okay. Yep.
And then Sum 41 was awesome. They killed it. And
do I know anything other than Fat Lip? I feel like I know another 1 or 2.
In Too Deep.
That's what she said.
Still Waiting. You'd probably know.
I would have to hear them, yeah.
They were pretty... They played, so they said, all right, who wants to hear some Metallica? And everybody went crazy. And they played...
And they said, psych.
Master of Puppets for like 15
Sum 41
seconds.
did? Oh, well, that's correct.
But at some kind of, I don't know if it was like the Hall of Fame or some kind of televised thing where Metallica was being, celebrated, honored for something. Sum 41 was there, and they did some cover. It may have been Master of Puppets. But they're like big in Metallica. But it was just kind of a tease. People started moshing near us, which I saw that. I'm like, nope.
Time
too old for that.
Way too old.
I mean, I was right on the precipice of it. Mm-hmm. Like I was basically where it formed.
You
were
the
like
shield
the
for
outside of the ring, and I'm like, I don't want to be here right now. So I just kind of like stuck an arm out. I was like, all right, I'll stand my ground, but whatever. And it was fine. It didn't last that long. So Jimmy Eat World, they killed it. Absolutely loved that. First time I've seen them, and I've been listening to them for
freaking 20
15 years. Yeah, a long time, but they were awesome. And then Snoop came out. So Snoop, that was the one I was on the fence of, because by the time Snoop was coming out, I was like 3 rows back. Like I was pretty far forward. And I'm like, I'd kind of rather... MGMT was the headliner on the other stage. I'm like, I'd kind of rather see them.
But you can't...
I'm going to have another chance to see MGMT probably. I'll probably never see Snoop again. I'm not going to be this close to Snoop.
Right.
So I'm like, I just got to stay put. It was cool to see him. I wasn't all that impressed.
Really?
So the only other time I've been to a rap concert
my God.
was with this guy. And it was definitely different.
Anger Management
was that in
tour.
Buffalo?
It was in Buffalo. We
that was like
we
Eminem,
stayed at a hotel.
Luda.
I want to say Busta?
Papa Roach for some reason.
Really?
There's like one rock band. Yeah, but we were just, it was in like an arena. I mean,
think
it was
Anger
fun.
Am I making that up? Was that Anger Management or was that something
Anger
else?
Management, yeah. So this was different than that,
Sorry, I'm sick.
but I don't know. I should have expected it, but like.
Okay, Please do a Michael Scott.
I'm gonna reenact the whole concert for you. I'm Snoop Dogg.
Oh boy. Yep. Yep. If you're listening on audio, you should be watching at youtube.com/2playercoop.
And that was it.
I'm gonna make sure Rasan watches this.
They basically just play his music. Like him rapping, he wasn't even rapping half the time.
Right.
He was just up there just doing this kind of like.
Did they have
thing.
his voice track going
yeah,
also?
I mean, yeah, for some of it. And then it was just like, and then he would just like rap a few words and he'd just go back to smoking and just dancing. And it's just like, this is an experience. Like, it's cool to see Snoop, but I'm like,
you look like
this isn't even like a
good
concert
fellow.
right now. I just knocked my microphone.
He says that's dabbing, by the way. That is not dabbing.
No. But yeah, so that was fun. I was thinking of Michael Scott because
the air came on. I just noticed that. Thank God.
We're up to 79 though.
Well, I think I still need a new thermostat. Pool House Recording Studios is going up in flames, folks.
I did have a Michael Scott moment because I was not involved, but there was a lot of stuff going on around me, and I'm like, yeah. It was interesting though. It was fun. It was a good time. I'm glad I only did the one day. But yeah, all in all, good time. So that was most of my weekend. That was the main thing I wanted to talk about, but I got others. But how was your weekend?
It was good. My niece April graduated from Memphis. Shout out to April and all the Alpha Gams. Go Squirrels.
We know they're all watching us right now.
Her friend Lindsay and the rest, all y'all subscribe. Thank you so much. I'm sure you never watched an episode, but if you do, shout out to you. And if you're actually watching, hit that comment section below and let us know that you are watching. Thanks. Appreciate it. Got to go to her graduation. The keynote speaker was former Secretary of Education.
What's his name?
Was he at Beale St Music Fest?
I have no idea.
He was on. It was Obama's last year, from 16 to 17. He was Secretary of Education.
Oh, that's actually kind of cool.
It was, and then his speech was just like
Boring.
It was boring, but it was like political, and
Oh,
it was
God.
the world sucks right now, and all this. I'm like, oh my God, come on!
Can't escape it.
The only thing he did say, but if you're not happy, get your ass out there and vote. Thank you. Yes, you're right. Everybody should vote. France just had their election. You know what their turnout was? 74%.
Holy crap.
20 points higher than ours was.
With the most like important election we've ever had. And we could barely crack 50% of
Well, the
turnout.
problem was it was either the Joker or Two-Face, and you just had to vote for one of them.
That's true, yeah. If it was
If you
Joker
would've
versus
had-
Batman, you probably
Yes.
have a bigger turnout.
If
but-
Rubio would have gotten the nomination and not the friggin' Joker. I don't know which is Joker and which is Two-Face. I think they both are both, but whatever. We're not going to talk politics.
No.
So it was really boring, and everybody was like, oh my God, he talked for like 15 minutes. It was like not like motivational. The one speech that was good was the guy who was like speaking for the Alumni Association, which I've been a part of. I was the president of it for Geneseo, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, oh, this is going to be boring. And this guy sounded like Dr. King. Like he was so magnanimous. Is that the right word? Just boisterous. And he was just very like, he was upbeat, and he was like, come on, wake up that person next to y'all. And he was just like getting into it. And it was like, I'll donate money now because you're actually a good speaker. This is awesome.
Right.
But shout out to April. We did that yesterday. That was a lot of fun. I think that was my whole weekend. I played some games, which we'll get into here in a minute. What about you? Anything else? Oh, I did want to say, you'll never see this probably, but maybe, I don't know. If Logan, send it to Alex and tell Alex to send it to Greg. Congratulations, Greg Miller. Holy crap, that's awesome. I know we're way late here, but we recorded last
first
Monday.
time we've gotten to record.
Yeah, we recorded last Monday. All of a sudden, I go in there and I'm getting ready to post pro, and nothing's wanting to work. I'm like, let me go on Twitter. And then I see his post. He's like, so today I married at Gangster. I'm like, whoa, wait, what? In the back of my head, I'm like, well, she immigrated here.
Right.
She's not going to come over here just for her boyfriend. Like, it's going to have to be very serious.
You knew it
like,
was coming.
She was leaving her job in Montreal and all that, but I didn't expect it to just happen. I mean, good for them.
That's awesome. I'm a little jealous because that sounds a lot better than
Planning a
actually
wedding.
planning a wedding.
Yeah.
So Shout out to Greg Miller. He
Yeah.
did it the right way.
Or you could also do it like
but-
Sarah and Terry did. Shout out Sarah and Terry and just go to go to Jamaica and get married there.
I mean, that sounds good too.
That
all
still
sounds
requires
good
some.
to me.
That still requires some planning. You'll be fine. What else?
Question
Oh, there was something about that I want to say now.
for you guys.
He's pointing to you out there. If you're listening, you should be at youtube.com/2playercoop. Like and subscribe. Remember what I said. Like the video. Very important. Thank you.
So this is really just going out to the viewers, not the listeners.
Hey, listeners.
So we went out to dinner Saturday night, and for at least the third separate occasion, and it's probably more than that now, I was told...
Oh, God, you're doing this again.
Wait, have I done this before?
You've talked about this on the podcast before, yes.
Okay, well, I just want to... Multiple times now, I've been told that I am a dead ringer, not the exact words, but Christian Bale. What do you think?
Hockey pads. I'm not wearing hockey pads. Swear to him, swear to me.
This is that was my Broforce Batman voice with a little bit of big buzz in there too.
Oh, God. But yeah, apparently I'm a dead ringer for Christian Bale. I'll start signing autographs one of these days. Hasn't happened yet though, but
Well, it still hasn't gone to the level that one time that one chick at Steak and Shake
refused to believe.
She refused to believe that I was not Brad Paisley, and it was just funny.
I don't see.
I kind of see it when I have my crappy like my pube stash growing out and stuff. And if I had like a cowboy hat on, maybe, but like this one girl, we were at Steak and Shake, me and my dad one time, and I hadn't showered, I hadn't shaved in a few days, and I was in between jobs. I left one job, was going to another, and we were putting down flooring, and we went to get lunch, and this girl just was like, "Do you listen to country music?" And I'm like, "Oh God, here we go," because I had heard it a couple times.
Oh,
also
you already
from people.
knew where
Yeah.
she was going.
She's like, "Because you look just like Brad Paisley," and I was like, "I'm not." I was like, "Okay, yeah, I've heard that a couple times."
Like, if she was so positive that you were Brad Paisley, why would she open with, "Do you listen to..." Why wouldn't you be like, "Oh, you're Brad Paisley"?
I don't know.
Like, why?
She ended up making me take her picture, picture with her.
So you're
Dad
out there.
played-
You're out there on Twitter somewhere right now.
Dad played
Picture
all
with Brad
along.
Paisley.
Dad played along with it. He was like, "Show her your license." I was like, "I don't have my license. I left it at home." Dad's like, "Oh, like thanks a lot, Dad." Yeah. So he doesn't look like Christian Bale. I don't. See
I look.
and my
like,
dad
I look
said
like
he didn't
Christian
see it
Bale
either.
more than you look like.
I don't think either of us look
Brad
like either
Paisley.
of them. So yeah, hit the comment section and tell us if he looks like Batman or Bruce Wayne. The other thing I was going to say, so this is interesting. Greg finally posted an update about PS I Love You XOXO. Did you watch this or listen to it?
I haven't. No.
It's gone, which it should be,
Yeah.
because I feel, and I love the new podcast Beyond. I've grown to love it with Max and Brian and Alana, and sometimes Marty, sometimes Goldfarb, sometimes whoever else is in there. But they couldn't continue this. Like, I wouldn't want to listen to it. But then he does the thing that just annoys the stuff out of me, is like
What's it?
the what's it out of me. Hey, that's a big pile of what's it over there. Shout out to Homestar Runner. He says, but it's going away. That's the bad news. But the good news is something is kind of coming in its place, and we're going to announce it at Kind of Funny Live 3.
So they're gonna have the show that's the same thing without Colin with a different name.
With like, but what are they going to do? What I hope they do, and I've been like on Reddit, and a lot of people have been agreeing with me and stuff, that Gamescast right now sucks. It's horrible. No offense to Tim. That podcast is just, I don't even listen to it anymore. It's just like, it's just treading water. Because they do
Pretty
the
much
stupid,
all I ever watch now is just the morning show.
well,
And even
because
then, I watch
I
maybe
haven't
once
watched.
a week.
I tuned in the day after they got married, just because, but that was it. It's just like, because they do the Patreon thing with the 4 episodes, and like they record it. People that aren't on Patreon are always a week behind. So whatever they're talking about, hit the microphone, is completely out of date. I wouldn't mind a PS I Love You. I hope Gamescast turns into PS I Love You, and this is going to sound bad, but maybe don't have Tim host it, because Tim, I love you, Tim, but it's just Nintendo.
Yeah.
Nintendo. I would love it. They're not, obviously, they're not going to hire any big names or anything like that. So I don't know what they're going to do, but the whole, you got to wait till Kind of Funny Live is just, that's really annoying.
Yeah.
And a lot of people were annoyed. It's like, 500 people or something get to go to that, whatever. I don't know how much it is. Logan's going. Shout out to Logan. I'd love to go. It's just not definitely not in the cards this year.
Yeah.
That sucks. And it'll come out and it'll be on Twitter and everything. It's just kind of annoys me. But PS I Love You XOXO is gone and it should be. So I'm happy about that.
Yeah.
We'll see what comes next. What have you been playing this week, Sean? And again, I'm sick, so I'm sorry. I'm about to cough. Sean, what have you been playing?
So before I get into what I've been playing, what I've been watching, I saw Guardians. I know you haven't seen it yet.
God, yeah. Yes.
So we can't talk about it, but I saw
you
Guardians.
Can give your review, spoiler free. I'll be going on Tuesday with you.
I loved it. It was really good. I don't know that it's as good as the first one.
The first one was
even though
lightning in
I've seen
bottle.
a lot of people online saying it is. I'm like, I don't
See,
know.
I haven't. I've
Maybe
seen a
I'm
lot
in
of
the
people
minority.
saying- no, I've seen a lot of people like you that it's really good. The first was better, but that's kind of a given because the
Right.
first was so like I've said on here when I walked out of the first one, the first thing I said to Dad was, "I feel bad for Star Wars."
Yeah. It was really good. You if you like the Marvel movies, you have to see it. It's a no-brainer. I don't think it's as good as the first, but that's not necessarily anything bad.
Right.
I laughed my butt off through it. It was just really, really good.
Excuse me.
Maybe things will... I'll stay spoiler-free, so don't worry. Maybe things will make more sense later, but as of right now, I don't really see how basically anything that went down in that movie ties to the bigger picture. I'll say that.
Oh,
That was like
really?
my one complaint. I'm like, how does
they're
this...
in Infinity War, so
No,
how the
yeah,
hell does it
yeah.
not? That's weird.
But it just didn't seem like it really furthered the big MCU story. I don't know. But no, I loved it. If you haven't seen it already, go see it. It's very, very good. And it's hilarious. I know Nick, shout out to Nick. He said he laughed a lot. He even cried. I didn't cry.
Oh, he did get to see it finally? I know
Yeah.
he didn't go opening night.
I didn't cry, but there's one part where I was like, I mean, I was nowhere near crying, but it was like, I was like, oh no, like, you know, one of those kinds of things. But yeah, I don't know. It was really, really good. I'll leave it at that. And then I'm sure next week's episode, we'll talk a little more about it, but very good. Go see it if you haven't already.
Guardians brought in $145 million this weekend. Marvel's 15th straight number one opening, $428 million worldwide. I don't know what they were projecting. I feel like that's pretty damn good. It's less than
Seems pretty good.
less than Batman versus Superman. I know it's better. You don't even have to tell me. 145 million. Because that's one of the. I think the original one brought in like 90 or 95 because nobody knew.
Right. Yeah.
Like I didn't see it till 2 or 3, maybe 4 weeks after it came out or something. I finally did, and I was like, because Rasan was bugging the hell out of me, like, go see it, go see it, go see it. And then I finally did it. I was like, oh my God, I hate saying this, but you were right. You were 100% right. This movie was, awesome.
One thing I will say, I loved Groot in the first one. Baby Groot, 10 times better.
Really?
Maybe it's just I haven't seen the first one in a while, but I'm like, I love Baby Groot. I love me some Baby Groot more than adult Groot.
I liked in the first one. I liked Drax better than Groot. I thought he stole the show more than
Yeah,
Groot
I guess
did.
that's the main thing. Baby Groot, even though all he says is I am Groot, Baby Groot has more personality than adult Groot. But
he
Drax
emotes when he
steals
says
it. It's so good. It's really good. Let me know when you guys go see it because I may go again.
I think we're going Tuesday night because there's no baseball Tuesday night, so that's the plan as of now. And Jess doesn't have anything going. She's got class Monday night.
You're on with the kids and everybody.
I don't know. Well, I asked them, and they're like, I said, do you guys want to go see Guardians? They could be like, yeah. And they're like, back to my stupid iPad game. I'm like, well, okay.
Well.
But they never saw the first one. I don't.
Oh.
They might have watched it with Poppy once. I can't remember. Maybe. But Dad is all about it. He wants to see it. So
Yeah.
We'll go Tuesday.
I may
and
go
we'll
again.
We'll go from there. So
Yeah. What have I been playing?
sorry.
So mainly some Mario Kart. I tried getting in on I don't even know who hosts it. I heard about it from
We the Nerdy.
Sean Capri at We the Nerdy. There's like a Mario Kart tournament this weekend. They did it last weekend too. I was on there Saturday. I couldn't, anytime I got on, this is the first time I've tried doing a tournament, unless I think there's like maybe there's like a minimum number of people, but unless you have so many people, nothing happened. I mean, they're not going to have you race by yourself,
you can't race
obviously.
with like 2 people, yeah.
So I never even got to race. I thought they were going all weekend. Anytime I was on, nobody was on. Then I saw Greg posted a thing last night.
Did you hop
He
in
started
there?
a tournament, so I got on that. I did a couple races.
Did you get to face him?
I never saw him,
Okay.
no. I don't know if it's just me. I've heard some rumblings, but I haven't really like read too much into it. Mario Kart Online is almost unplayable.
I've heard a lot of people are having
I got
issues
disconnected
with it.
after every single
Yeah.
race, and I had to go back in. I'm like, this is so annoying.
I saw a lot of articles saying there were no online issues with Mario Kart 8 on Wii U, and now Deluxe on Switch is just broken. I did 2 races online. I was like, I'm bored. It was Saturday.
I think I've done a total of 5 or 6 races online, and literally, I think I've been disconnected. I've never gotten to do 2 races in a row without being disconnected.
Mine were fine. I finished 4th and 5th in 150. I was like, that's about as good as I can hope for because I'm not
Right.
that good at it.
Yeah.
I still can't. The drifting is hard.
I haven't won a race yet. I think I topped out at 3rd or 4th.
Yeah.
But when I played Mario Kart Wii online, I was really good at that. And I think I probably just don't know the tracks yet.
Well, yeah. I mean, you've played it for
But-
what? 3, like maybe 5 hours at the most.
Yeah. So I don't know. I'll get there, I'm sure. But it's a lot of fun. But online is just not what it should be right now. And I know I'm not the only one. I don't know if
Oh no,
everybody
it's
has
been
as
all
much
over the place.
difficulties I do with it. But
Yeah.
also, I downloaded, as I know you did too,
Oh, I didn't try it yet.
NBA Playgrounds. I did one online match. I won.
Well, I'll be.
I was down. First of all, it's just like one. I mean, it's a game, but it's just one. You don't play quarters. It was like a
like
5-minute
21 or
game or
something.
7-minute
Oh, okay.
game or something. And when that's done, it's done. I was down like 18-6 or something. And I came back and won like 21-20 or something like that. I just finally figured it out. It's very much like NBA Jam, except it's almost like they tried to do too much with it. Like before, all you need is like when you're on offense, a button that shoots, and when you're on defense, that same button goes for a block.
Right.
When you're on offense, a pass button, and when you're on defense, that same button tries to steal.
I don't like where you're going with this.
Now it's like you have a turbo. You have to like hold L2 and pass in order to throw an alley-oop. You have to. There's like the buttons don't do the same what they do on offense. They don't do the corresponding thing on defense.
Like shoot doesn't block.
Right. Shoot steals. A different button altogether goes for rebounds, which basically means jump, which I
That should
assume
be the
that's
same thing
what
as
you
block.
do to block. And
That's what Noah has NBA Jam on the PS3. He loved it because he played on the iPad first, and then we got it from him on the
Yeah.
PlayStation. It's controls like that. I know you've got to hold L2. It's like NBA 2K controls. Or
It's like
something.
they're trying to do too much with it. You can now do like crossovers and stuff with the
With the
right
right.
stick. It's like this. If you're gonna make an arcade basketball game, go full arcade. Don't try to make it all simulation. It was kind of fun, and I think I could get the hang of it. However, I think we were all duped, and if not, shame on us. Shame on them for.
because it didn't say demo.
I think they knew exactly what they were doing. I had no interest in that game until I saw I could get it for free. So I downloaded it. And now it's just a demo. I'm like, well, I already have it. I might as well play it. A game that I never would have played before. And I'm not going to end up buying the full thing, I don't think.
It doesn't sound
But
like
to
I am
me,
either.
that just to put the game out there, don't say demo anywhere. Just put it out
Yeah.
there randomly. People are going to flock to it thinking, ooh, I'm going to get this game for free when I shouldn't be. I might as well.
Yeah, that's true. Because
I think,
the way,
I don't know, maybe I'm a big conspiracy theorist.
No.
I think that was done on purpose.
I could agree with that because if you every other time they've got a demo on PSN, every time I've seen it, you go to the actual game, it'll say add to cart, save for later, or add to cart, add to wish list, try free demo, and you click try free demo and you
Right.
get a demo of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it didn't say demo anywhere in there. And even Wario got confused. Even Wario got tricked,
Yeah.
I mean.
Speaking of which, also right before I came over, because I forgot I downloaded it, I played for about 5 minutes. They finally released a Master Blaster
Oh,
Blaster
I meant to
Master
tell you that. I'm
Zero
glad you saw it. Okay.
demo.
How was
So I
it?
downloaded that. I played it for like 5 minutes before I came over here. It's more or less what I remember the original Nintendo game being. I may have to give this game. I mean, it's $10.
It's $10,
Why not? But
yeah.
it's pretty cool. I had forgotten all of the. I mean, I've seen screenshots and stuff, but I forgot. There's really like 3 elements of the game. There's like the vehicle. There's the outside of the vehicle with your little person,
then there's
you
like
go into like
3D
the
or
levels,
something?
and there's like a zoomed in top down thing where you fight like
Okay.
big bosses
Big
and
bosses.
stuff. And I don't know. For $10, I may have to pick it up. I'll play the demo a little more, but the few minutes I got to play, it seems pretty cool. So I may have to pick that one up. But yeah, that's all I've been playing. What about you?
Yeah, I mean, you probably should pick up Master Blaster Zero, but you know what other game you should pick up, Sean? Horizon Zero Dawn! I backed up from the microphone. I hope it didn't blow your ears up too much. I am now all the way through to the final mission. This game got its hooks in me. Apparently, it's the time that Nick and Logan both told me that it got their hooks in them too. They're like, I need to this game is amazing now. Like
Yeah.
it went from being really, really good and like great game just because it's fun to play and it's interesting story to where it hooks you and everything. And you find out about the robot dinosaurs and everything that happened. I'm not going to spoil anything for you. When you finally realize what actually happened, it makes so much sense. It makes so much sense. But then there's also like, there's politics plays into it, and not only why there's the robot dinosaurs, but why the humans that are there have resorted to this tribal lifestyle with technology, obviously, and all this. Why that happened, you find out that also, and it's just like. So I'm through the penultimate, which is one of my favorite words, episode. By the way, that always sounds like it should be the last.
I always thought I thought penultimate meant like just unbelievable like this is just the ultimate thing.
It is the penultimate.
But this is the penultimate. Like, and then I'm like, oh no, it just means one
before ultimate. Yeah. So it's like, would Metal Gear Solid 2 be the pen Metal Gear Solid to Metal Gear Solid 3? Anyways, I don't know.
This would be the ultimate pen.
Pen to the pen. So anyways, story is amazing. I now know basically everything, and now Aloy is like, I'm gonna win the game. I am now so overpowered that it's awesome. That now so I've got one more mission. I've still got all the collectibles. I got to do like kill this thing 3 times, do this 10 times, kill enemies 10 ways this way. I'm like, I'm getting the platinum in this game. I haven't gotten a platinum in a while. I'm getting the platinum in this game. But what I will probably do, because there's some side quests you don't have to do, but there's a trophy that pops before the final mission that I'm guessing also will make the final mission easier if you do these like 8 or 9 side quests. And I'm through about 4 of them, and 4 of them are like, you do this one, okay, now this one opens up, now this one's open up now. So you do them in order. So I'm going to definitely do that. There's 4 sets of collectibles. I'm not even going to tell you what the collectibles are because I want you to find all that out. There's 4 of them. I've gotten one of them. I've gotten all of them. One of them, I've got 4 more to do out of like 10. One of them has 6, which I haven't gotten any of those yet, but there's only 6, so it won't be that bad. The other one, there's 30, and I've gotten like 16 of those. I'm probably going to get all the collectibles, do the side quests. I'm going to save the hunting ground things. That's not spoiler, but you've heard about them. Like, beat these many, deer dinosaurs in 20 seconds to get the platinum, whatever. There's like 15 of those hunting grounds. So I'm going to do that probably after, because I do want to get to the end, but I want to do as much as I can before I get the ending, then see where I'm at. It's so good. This game is so good. Any other year without a Breath of the Wild, I'm like, good luck to everybody else the rest of the year topping this for Game of the Year. But it is like, I didn't think it was even going to come as close in my mind to Breath of the Wild as it is right now. Yeah. Because the story is so good. The gameplay is better in Breath of the Wild. It's better.
Yeah.
Just having a story pretty much makes it a better story than Breath of the Wild. That's every Zelda game. But this story is so good, especially when you get deep into it. It's so good. So good. So I am almost done with Horizon Zero Dawn. I'll probably beat it by the time we record next week. And have more thoughts for you. So you've got to play this game.
So I have a question.
Yes.
And we could do a whole show on this, so we won't go too far down in the rabbit hole. But
is that from Alice in Wonderland, that phrase?
I don't know if it started. It probably did.
Or did they make Alice in Wonderland because of that phrase? Somebody research that and let us know. Anyways, continue.
Where does Aloy rank? I'm not talking about the games. I'm talking about characters. Because Nick made it sound like she was like one of the all-time great characters.
I don't know how this game
I know
ends.
she's behind like Big Boss.
I don't know how to rank her.
Boss.
Big Boss is probably my favorite character of all time. Way more than Solid Snake. Just because Solid Snake is just a clone and he's just
like
a
I
good
said,
guy
by the time
all
I got to like Metal Gear Solid 5, I'm like, I don't really care about Solid Snake anymore. Big Boss is where
it's the story. Metal Gear is the story of Big Boss.
Right.
I don't know where she ranks, but she is way up there. I love her as a character. Logan had a lot of issues with her and the way she interacted with other people and everything in the game. Not really the game's story so much as the way she interacted with people. I haven't seen that. I have fallen in love with this character. Not in a weird way. I'm just like, I love Aloy. She's great. I don't know how this game ends. I'm sure there will be more games.
Speaking of Logan, we're going to have a surprise mystery guest. You'll never guess who here in a couple
2
weeks.
episodes from now.
So
We're
stay
very
tuned
excited
for that.
about it. I don't know who it could be.
It could be anybody.
It could be Wolverine.
It could be.
We are. It's going to be awesome. We're going to have a lot of fun. She's way up there. I love her as a character. I wish she was animated better when she's talking because it still drives me nuts. That's the only, and the fact that I can't climb everything.
Well, yeah.
Just the animations, because it's just like I've said it in the past. I think if you've ever seen Fallout, where it's like, I'm going to talk to you now, and then it's going to switch. The camera's going to go, no, I'm going to talk to you now, and now I'm going to talk to you now. It's like, it reminds me of Uluru. It reminds me when you're talking to that stupid pterodactyl. Yeah. And sometimes, and then she'll wait there, and sometimes the character's eyes will go like, yeah, Aloy, why don't you go and do that? And their eyes will like roll back in their heads, and I'm like, I can't take you seriously right now. So I will say I'm glad I haven't beat this game yet, or I'm not done with the game yet, because a patch is coming out this week. Mark that down. A lot of improvements. This is crazy. This game's now been out for 3 months, 2.5 months. Big patch coming this week. Very.
patch.
I did leave out one thing in here, one in the patch notes, because I didn't want you to see it. It's just about something in the game, and it wouldn't really be a spoiler, but I didn't say that. But you know what I'm talking about. Something gets even better, or it's. You know what I'm talking about. Some of these are better than others. Improve photo mode. I've never cared about photo mode till this game. I haven't taken a lot of pictures, but I have taken some. This game is just.
You didn't take any
beautiful.
Link selfies?
I never did once. I was too busy. I just want to find stuff.
Yeah,
We'll talk about that in a minute too. New poses for Aloy, new filters. She can look at the camera. You can do greetings from and more camera control. You can make her do the Taylor Swift heart. I saw Sony posted that. I thought that was hilarious. That'll get you to play the game right there. Her hair looks amazing. You can now, so as you go through the game, you kill the robot dinosaurs, you get their stuff. You can sell their stuff. You can either use their stuff to craft weapons and items and stuff, or you can sell it to merchants to get money. Now, it used to be, so you can be like, if I get this heart from this dinosaur, it's worth 20 shards.
Yeah.
Or I could also use this to craft something. But as late as I am in the game, I'm like, I don't need to craft anything else. I can sell pretty much anything except whatever. But it used to be, if you had like 20 of one thing, you couldn't just do sell all. You had to open it. You had to do sell multiple. Then you had to move it over, and then you had to hold it and push sell. Now you can just hold square, and you can sell the whole thing. They're adding filters to the map. That's good. Because right now, if you zoom out, you see everything. I just want to see tallnecks, or I just want to see cauldrons, or I just want to see missions, or whatever. You'll be able to do that. My favorite thing about this update, you will have the option to now hide headgear for Aloy. So you've got all these different outfits you can buy. They would make the game a lot easier because they buff up your stealth or your attack or defense or whatever. Except a lot of the super powerful ones, Aloy's got this bit like this helmet that just goes out to here and like comes down over her face, and it's just like it's like picture Snake in the crocodile hat in Metal Gear Solid 3. She looks stupid. I'm like, I'm not going to buy them because I don't want her to look stupid. Now I can buy them and make her not look stupid. You can categorize and sort your inventory. That's big. These are good. So now there's categories in the crafting menu that are coming. You get a green check mark for categories that are completely finished. So if you've maxed something out, crafting it, like if you, like your weapons satchel, if you max out how much ammo you can carry, it'll now have a green check mark. So you don't go in there every time and be like, oh, can I get any more? Oh, crap. You'll have a white icon next to categories that have that something can be crafted based on what's in your inventory. So you don't have to go in there and just wonder. That's good. And a gray icon for categories that have no recipes that can be crafted. So if there's nothing in there, you'd be like, okay, I don't even need to open it if I'm trying to do something. You can now press triangle to mark when you're selling stuff again. You can press triangle. You can mark more than one thing at a time to sell. That's good. Gameplay time is now added to the statistics menu like every game should have. You can tell your gameplay time in this because when you do a manual save, it shows it there. But I don't want to have to save to see how long I've been playing. I'm at like 34 hours now, I think. And I'll probably get the platinum between 40 and 45 hours. Probably 45.
That's not bad.
No. What else? Tutorials are different. You can finally change the X and Y sensitivity, which should have been there all the time, and you can add Spanish language support for North American copies of Horizon Zero Dawn. The game is amazing. Any other year, if there was no Breath of the Wild, man.
This is better than Metal Gear Solid 5.
It's got a better story. I'm so far removed from it that I almost forget how much fun I had playing that game. Before it got to the end where I was like, oh, more wandering soldiers.
Yeah.
Oh, target practice. Oh, my God. Like, I almost forget how much fun and how that game played perfectly. So my answer is I don't know yet.
Yeah.
I got to get more removed from it.
That's fair.
I do think this summer might be tough. I'm not gonna cough on you. You're like, good reaction time.
It's like Han shooting Greedo.
I'm almost like, yeah, except George Lucas makes my head go. I think I'm almost to the point because I think this summer we're gonna have a gap.
I hope so.
Trust me, I'm exhausted.
You may have a gap.
You got to play
just remembered
this.
I got to play this, but I got
Final Fantasy too.
Final Fantasy 12 coming out in July.
That's in July. You got to get this game.
I'm going to have to finish it
Even if you
then.
don't platinum it, you can beat this game in 25 hours or so.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to have to do it before Final Fantasy.
See, because I don't have Final Fantasy. The only thing I've got, and we don't know when it's coming out, summer game is Sonic Mania, which could be any time. Who knows when it's coming out? And Uncharted's coming out in August. So I've got a gap from whenever I beat this until August.
Right.
I kind of think I want to start a new save in Metal Gear. I just wish they had New Game Plus so I could start with the stealth suit and all the weapons and all that. It's going to be tough going back to nothing. Just Snake and his fatigues.
What do you miss by just loading up your old save and just doing each mission? Do you really? I mean, isn't that basically New Game Plus?
Yeah, you're right. None of that. You don't get any of the story side missions though. That's the one thing I always say. The yellow side ops that actually had story content you would have to do to unlock the story missions.
Yeah, that's true.
But I kind of want the challenge of doing it again.
Right, yeah.
I don't know. It's crazy. It's a year and a half since that game came out. I don't even know how that happened. All right. News of the week.
Yo.
We haven't talked about Zelda enough in the recent weeks. Let's talk about Zelda. We finally got some info on the first DLC for Zelda Breath of the Wild. The summer pack is called The Master Trials. It includes the Trial of the Sword Challenge, which is basically like the Cave of Heroes or whatever it was in Twilight Princess. I forget what it was called. Cave of Heroes?
In Twilight?
Well, Twilight HD. If you had the amiibo, you could unlock it. You go through like 100
rooms. That was a thing. Well, crap. What amiibo?
Well, you didn't have the amiibo. Amiibo.
It's amiibo.
You needed either the wolf or one of the Twilight amiibos to unlock it.
Well, crap. I didn't even know that was a thing.
Which basically is like having paid DLC to force you to buy an amiibo.
By the way, I don't know. Maybe we're biased. I can't speak for you. Maybe I'm biased. But to me, the one that started all this, Beyond Oasis. I'm sure there was probably a game before.
DLC?
No, that had like, remember Beyond Oasis had that 100 cave thing, and if you
you'd
beat
get
it,
the
you got
sword
the,
that didn't
you got
die
the
or
unlimited
something,
flame
right?
sword.
Yeah.
I mean, I beat it. I don't know if you ever beat it, but I beat that. But
I beat the
very
game.
difficult.
I never beat that.
But to me, that's Beyond Oasis is the first game I can think of that did like a Cave of Trials kind of
Cave of
thing.
Trials. That's what I meant to say, not Cave of Heroes. I knew when I was saying that, I was like, Cave of Heroes. He is the hero.
But yeah, that's what these kind of things always make me think of. But
Yeah, so this thing, you start with no armor, no weapons, and you got to get through 45 rooms. But if you beat it, you get the Master Sword. I parked behind a car the other day that its license plate was Charizard, and I thought that was hilarious, and I don't even like Pokemon. You get the Master Sword fully charged at all times, so you can use it forever. Hard mode, which I don't think should be part of DLC. I think that's dumb. That's not good, Nintendo. I don't like that at all. I'm not going to play it either way, but it should be included in the game. Enemies rank up. So if an enemy had like 70, if a Bokoblin normally had 75 HP, it'll have 150 HP or something. I'm just making up numbers.
I'm not playing that.
I'm not playing it.
Better vision too.
Yeah, they can
I
see
feel like
you
the
from
enemies
far away.
had
I feel like
pretty good vision to begin with, but that's just me.
That is also true in Horizon Zero Dawn. They have very good vision.
Yeah.
Heroes Path mode, which is every step. It shows little green footprints all over the map for every step you've ever taken in this game for the last 200 hours.
That is awesome.
This is awesome because now
that is what's going to bring me back to this game.
There's my shrines. Go where it's not green. That's where my
Right.
other 50 shrines are or whatever it is.
Yep.
That is so cool. Travel medallion. It will be located somewhere in the game world in a treasure chest. What this thing does, you can basically put a point on a map anywhere. It doesn't have to be a shrine or a tower, and you can fast travel right there.
Yeah.
That's cool.
That doesn't seem. There's
But I'm like-
so many.
Shrines and towers. I'm like, I can just go to a tower and then glide and look at the beautiful world as I
Right,
go.
yeah.
So there's a Korok mask that shakes when you get near one. Now you can go get your 900 stupid seeds and get your golden poop for doing it. And new equipment from the likes of Midna, Tingle, Phantom. Is that a thing, or are they just talking about the game? Was there a Phantom in Phantom Hourglass?
Yeah, they were the
Okay.
Phantoms.
And
yeah.
Majora's Mask. By the way, I didn't get a picture of this, so I can't put it here. Before graduation on Saturday, we went to Lafayette's Music Room here in Memphis, the great city of Memphis, Tennessee, and got brunch there. And one of the dudes working the busboy, I was like,
Oh, he was an employee.
I had already had my Bloody Mary, which is the best Bloody Mary I'd already had, and I already like half through a beer, and I was like, oh my god, Majora's Mask tattoo. This guy had a Majora's Mask tattoo, like the mask. It was like this big on his neck, and I was like he probably would have loved it if I said, "Dude, can I please take a
he
picture?"
probably
of
would
that?"
have, yeah.
But I was just
Especially being an employee, I feel like if it was
Yeah.
just another patron, I'd be like, I'm going to leave him alone. But as an
Yeah.
employee, I'd have been like,
it was so
Yo,
cool.
come here.
I don't care about that game at all, but just the fact I was like, you should listen to our podcast.
I need to get my Zelda tattoo. I said I want to do it before summer. Now it's almost summer.
You don't want to do it, but yeah, you. From what I've heard, our listeners with tattoos let me know. You don't want to do it when you're going to be going in chlorine because that can mess it
Right,
up.
that's what
Yeah,
I'm
okay.
saying. So I want to, yeah.
You need to wait for
I need to do
winter
that
now.
quick.
I've got mine I want to get. I also saw some dudes. I can get a Metal Gear tattoo. And it doesn't have to be the stupid fox with the knife coming out. It can be the Kojima Productions fox. That's
Little
like
lightning
this.
bolt legs.
Yes, right here. Because I saw some guys on Twitter had that. I was like, oh my gosh, I can get that. Then I can get the Triforce here.
You're just going all out.
I'm going to end up
What's
with,
going to be your first one?
barbed wire goes all the way around. No, it's going to be the thing with the kids' names. And everything.
On
Once-
the leg?
No, right here.
Oh. On the pythons?
Right there. Yeah, the 10-inch pythons. Darksiders 3 leaked, and then it became official. I felt bad for Alana. She was supposed to debut this. Alana, she's awesome. She's one of the good ones.
She deals
She
with a
interacts
lot
with
of
people on
crap.
Twitter. Well, yes, that
Yeah.
too. But she interacts with people on Twitter. She's cool. She's replied to me a bunch. She's replied to you. She's really cool. She was supposed to break the Darksiders 3 story. Shout out to Amazon for leaking it instead. I know she was disappointed, but this is a game that Ernie said we should play, as being Zelda fans. what Alana said on Podcast Beyond last week was, she said Darksiders 1, I guess Darksiders 2 wasn't really MMO, but it was just different. But Darksiders 1, this is how she described it. Ernie, let me know if this is right. She said it's Ocarina of Time meets God of War meets Portal.
I never played Portal.
I haven't either, but that is one of the games that I've completely missed out on. That I feel embarrassed even saying that.
Wow.
So you take Ocarina plus the combat of God of War plus the puzzle solving of Portal. I'm like, well, damn it. And this is coming out in 2018.
Jeez.
You play as, is it Fury, I think? They're going through the Four Horsemen or something. Like the first character,
right?
Then the second character. And now this character. It was Death, something, and now Fury.
This just in, there's going to be a Darksiders 4. You heard it here first, people.
Right, unless that person is in this.
All right, moving on.
Yeah. We don't have a lot of news this week. This can go quickly. I want to get your thoughts on this. The Video Game Hall of Fame for the third year in a row. They have some, they're going to have it every year now, but this is the third year of the Video Game Hall of Fame. Is there an
actual Hall of Fame, or is it like the WWE Hall of Fame?
They made the announcement in Rochester, New York, which made me go, oh, that's awesome. But I don't know if there's an actual Hall of Fame.
I don't want them to put it up there.
No, I want to put it in Memphis. Yeah. I mean, if they did.
Put it in the pyramid.
Well, I mean, they kind of got.
That's where the WWE Hall of Fame should be.
That's where they should put it in the stupid Coliseum.
Or that too. Yeah.
You know, Wiseacre's not going in there.
Yeah.
Video Game Hall of Fame. The new inductees. That was way late. Donkey Kong. Just Donkey Kong. Street Fighter 2. Pokemon Red. Pokemon Green. And Halo Combat Evolved. When I think of Pokemon, I don't think of Pokemon. But I don't think of Red and Green as being the biggest games, are they?
I think they were the first two.
I thought it was Red and Blue. Wasn't Green like the compilation or something?
Maybe.
Hit the comment section and let me know again.
We're not Pokemon Pokemon.
Now, these are the other finalists that missed out. I want to get your thoughts on these compared to the other ones. I mean, you've got your notes there, but I should not give you notes sometimes. Final Fantasy VII, Solitaire on Windows. Effing shout out to Solitaire on Windows. That is one of the best games ever. The graphics. The first time you saw that on a Micron computer.
Oh, that was blown. Like, my computer's going to explode. This is too much.
Mortal Kombat 1. Yeah, I don't think it needs to be in there. Mortal Kombat 2 is a much better game, but I get it. Myst, Portal, again, Resident Evil 1, Tomb Raider, and Wii Sports. Is there anything in that list that should have been, and you can take our biases into account with Pokemon, is there anything that should have been, any other finalists that should have made the cut before those five? I
think Pokemon is the first RPG to go in, correct?
I looked it up, but I didn't write it down. I can't remember. I think you might be right.
To me, if that's true, that seems wrong. Pokemon, I've never really played them, but I get that they're huge games. Like, I get it. I'm not saying they're not big, good games. However, to be the first RPG in there, I would even put, even though I don't like it, I need to see Final Fantasy VII in the Hall of Fame.
I think
it's going to happen, so that's fine. But I would even put Final Fantasy 1 in there before Pokemon. I think Pokemon, whatever Pokemon Green is, exactly. And Pokemon, I'm going to guess Red and Green are probably not the best games. They're just the first games,
right,
or close to the beginning, that spawned all of these other games. Hello, Final Fantasy. Like, I don't know. Maybe Pokemon got off to a much better start than Final Fantasy did. Like I said, I don't even really like the first Final Fantasy game. So, okay. As much as I'm a hater on both first-person shooters and Xbox, I'm totally okay with Halo. Street Fighter 2 makes sense.
Street Fighter 2
over Mortal
should have been in there
Kombat,
last year.
I'm totally fine with that. Yeah, it should have.
Street Fighter 2 is one of the 5 most important games of all
and
time,
Donkey
I
Kong.
would say. And Donkey Kong.
The issue is we've got
they
at
can't
least
just go
30 years of video games now. 30, 40 years of video games, and it's like
they can't just go oldest game.
Right. And
Donkey
that's what
Kong
it seems like they're kind of doing for the
is
most
not
part.
that important. I don't think Donkey Kong should have been in there.
Donkey Kong's important because it really got like
it saved everybody from the video game crash and all that stuff. But like,
right. But
Donkey
it's not
Kong,
like there are still games today that you see inspiration from Donkey Kong. No.
other than the characters, and they have
Right.
nothing to do with that style of game
Right.
anymore. I mean, Donkey Kong begat Mario. I get that. Jumpman, whatever.
Okay,
But-
question. How many games are they counting Red and Green as one game or two?
2. They induct 5 games.
Well, that just makes
Now
me
you're
that
pissed.
much
I
more
know.
upset.
Yeah, each of the other 2 years
That's-
they inducted
that's
5 separate games.
Stupid.
I don't think Tomb
I'm okay
Raider,
with Myst. Myst, yeah.
No, I
Tomb Raider, I'm
don't-
okay with that not
The
making
only
it.
reason it's even up there is because female heroine, but even then I
Right.
would say Super Metroid.
Yeah.
And it might already be in there. Hold on.
Solitaire, like, I mean, it's not even real. It's a video game.
Yeah, that
But-
one.
Okay. To me,
Hearts should be there.
Final Fantasy VII should be in there, and it will be in there. Portal, again, I've never played it, but that seems to be... When I think of Portal, I think of... That was almost... I don't know. When I think of Portal, I think of, from what I've heard, a lot of people that are not gamers, I think Brittany included, I could be wrong, liking this game. Like, this was like one of those first games that brought in non-gamers to a real... I mean, Wii Sports did too, obviously, but that's... Again, I'm not going to say it's not a video game, but it's, it's just this, and it's, whatever. Portal was very much a video game. You were holding a controller and playing a video game. Portal, I think, brought in a lot of non-gamers to the gaming realm.
Yeah.
I think Portal should be in there. Resident Evil 1 also should absolutely be in there. And Wii Sports will absolutely make it at some point. But
Super Metroid
as far as
is
what's
not
on
in the
this
Hall of Fame.
list, I would take Red and Green out of there. I'm okay with Donkey Kong. I'm okay with Street Fighter. I'm okay with Halo. If I had to put 2 more in there, I'm putting Final Fantasy VII and probably Resident Evil.
So here are the members in alphabetical order so far. Donkey Kong, Doom, GTA 3, Halo, The Legend of Zelda, The Oregon Trail, Pac-Man, Pokemon Red, Pokemon Green, Pong, The Sims, Sonic 1, Space Invaders, Street Fighter 2, Super Mario Brothers, Tetris, World of Warcraft.
I love Sonic.
Sonic.
I don't know that Sonic needs to be in there. At least not Sonic 1. Like,
Sonic
to
2
have
and
Mario
Sonic 3 are
and
so much better
Sonic,
games.
Like,
I get it. I get why it's in there, but it's like
that started the console.
I guess.
pretty
Well,
much.
Sonic 1 should be in there.
Yeah.
but like I don't know. Super Metroid should be in there.
I don't think you need... Now, I forgot Pac-Man was in there. I don't know that you need Pac-Man and Donkey Kong.
Yeah.
Now I'm rethinking Donkey Kong.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think it should be in there.
Yeah. I don't know. It's very subjective. Everyone's obviously going to have their own opinions, but I mean, think if they're only inducting 5 games every year, think about how much catch-up they have to do.
Why is Metal Gear Solid not in there? Why did I just realize this? Metal Gear Solid's not in there.
Think of how much catch-up they need to play just because they're only inducting 5 games a year and they're trying to
Ocarina of
cover
Time should be in there,
35
too.
years of games.
They should have started off like, here's 30 games, and now we'll do 5
Right.
every year after
Yeah.
that or something.
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, eventually we're going to get to the point where we don't need to see the Donkey Kongs and the Pac-Mans and things
You
like
shouldn't
that.
put games in just because they're old. Pac-Man obviously should be in there.
Pong
Donkey Kong
should be.
I think Donkey
Pong's
Kong
like the first video
Yes.
game, basically, so that has a right to be in
I think Donkey Kong should, but I think there's other games that I don't know. It can't just be oldest matters.
there. No.
Like we did our episode forever ago. Go check it out on SoundCloud or iTunes or Stitcher or Google Podcasts or audio services around the world. Before we were on YouTube, and we did what were the most important games ever by genre. We didn't talk about Donkey Kong.
No. I don't even know what that genre is.
That is I don't know.
It doesn't have a genre. That's arcade is the genre, I guess. But
Yeah. All right. Hit that comment section below. Let us know your thoughts on Video Game Hall of Fame inductees. Are we way off on the Pokemans? I went a month without beer. Excuse me. All right. April's PSN best-selling games. I just want to touch on this really quickly. Guess what number 1 was? You can see it, but it's Persona was number 1. Obviously. We knew that would happen. Just some other interesting ones here. Number 2, GTA 5.
that is insane.
What the hell?
That is
How does everybody not have this
unbelievable.
game yet? The attach rate for this on the PS4 has got to be it's got to be like 75% by this point.
I don't know.
One of my top 5 or 6 games of all time. I might have to change that now, but one of my top 10 games of all time. I get it, but holy crap, the life on this thing is just insane. Number 3 was Uncharted Collection. Number 4 was The Last of Us Remastered. Number 5, MLB The Show 17. I miss good baseball games, and I know those games are good, but I'm too busy.
I think I've owned one
I had
actual
14.
baseball game since World Series 98. And that was some PS2 game with Manny Ramirez on the cover.
It was MVP Baseball 2005.
Sure, maybe. And I'm like, this sucks.
Really?
I mean,
2003
because I'm
was the
comparing
best.
it back to World Series.
Look that up while I go over this. Look up
For
MVP
my money,
Baseball 2005.
I mean, for my money, best actual baseball game, World Series 98. Most fun baseball game, Mario Baseball, GameCube.
I was going to say maybe Super Baseball 2020.
What am I looking up?
MVP Baseball 2005. Tell me if that was Manny or if it was 2003. I can't remember which. I remember I got 2003 on spring break. I stayed at college for spring break instead of going home or going anywhere. Jess went to student teach for the week, so I just got to stay in my room and play baseball. I played MVP 2003, and that had swing, swing, swing by the
That's the one.
Tennessee.
That's the one I owned.
Yeah.
9.2 out of 10.
That's what I'm saying. That game,
I did not.
those
care for
games
this
were
game.
great. And 2003, I would say, was better. Look up 2003, see what the Metacritic was on that. That was the one I played. Barry Zito, I think, was on the cover of that one.
Let's see.
Or I just traded for him on the Yankees. I can't remember.
Oh, the big unit and somebody else. Who's that? It's a very small picture.
Oh, that's the one, yeah. Is that? Oh, Miguel Tejada. Yep, that's the one I had. Holy crap. How did we get here? Oh, yeah, MLB The Show.
Oh, yeah.
So the interesting thing, though, Horizon Zero Dawn dropped all the way to 13th. Now, again, these are just digital sales, so it doesn't count physical. Mass Effect Andromeda dropped all the way to 15th. Nobody likes that game. And one last final note here. Sony's E3 conference has finally been dated. It is when it always is. It will be Monday, June 12th at 6 p.m. Pacific time. That is 8 where we are. We're going to be up very late that night. The PC show was also announced for Sunday. They promised, quote, big announcements. Don't get your hopes up for Half-Life 3. It's not going to happen. Just to give you a little preview for a month from now, I think the plan, I know some of you have asked, are we going to live stream? That's a really busy time for all of us because I'm going to have a house full of people. I'm going to have Allie and Amy and everybody's going to be here.
Oh, really?
So I don't think we're going to be live streaming our reactions. What the plan is right now, I think, is to do multiple episodes that week. What I think we're going to do is, so Sunday is Xbox, I think Bethesda, and the PC show. We're going to record an episode Sunday night. It'll go up Monday morning. Then Monday is probably Ubisoft along with Sony. That's the one we care the most about. We're going to record an episode Monday night, put it up Tuesday. Tuesday is Nintendo's Treehouse Live. We'll see how that goes. If it's just Mario Odyssey, we'll probably talk about that next week. But you're going to get at least 2 podcasts for us that week. I don't know that we probably won't break them up into parts. That'll just be full episodes on YouTube. E3 reviews, and we're going to do our E3 predictions the week before. I'm very excited for that. I have 8 predictions. I got to narrow it down to 5.
Oh, God. Okay.
I've been taking care of this for I've been tracking it since last year.
Since last year.
So yeah, look forward to E3 because that is one of the most awesome times of the year to be a video gamer. But you know what is one of the second most awesome times to be a video gamer?
What's that?
It's every week when we play the It's the Back of the Box Challenge. If you didn't know, the Back of the Box Challenge is how we end the podcast here every week on the 2-Player Co-op podcast. What this game is we take a previously released retail game. We look at the back of that retail box. Read the description aloud to the other player. Bleep out any pertinent information that would give the game away or make it too obvious. The other player then gets to ask some follow-up questions that have yes or no answers. They try to get to what the game is, and if they do, then they do. And if they don't, then they wear the cone of shame. That's the back-to-box challenge. That's what we're going to do right now. You read first.
All right. I'm not thrilled with this one.
I'm not thrilled with mine either. It's either way too easy or way too difficult, and I can't figure it out.
I think mine's going to be too easy. All right. And there's a chance we've already done this game.
I was going to...
Because it sounds very familiar, but...
I was going to do Deadly Moves, and then I saw it.
No, just kidding.
Okay. We already...
No, we've
Deadly
definitely
Moves,
done that. All right. The kingpins of crime are at it again. The mysterious criminal organization blank has hatched a plan to take control of the peaceful city of blank. No.
Okay, it's a Street Fighter.
6 of their most heinous henchmen are running rampant through the city, and only blank can bring them to justice. Join blank
Bubsy.
as he explores the woods to weed out blank's evil plan. Search the warehouses along the wharf for blank and pull the...
Did you say wharf?
Wharf.
Okay.
Pull the plug on an electrifying scheme. Track down all of blank's criminals and then prepare yourself as blank squares off against the sinister blank in his...
Blank.
in his fiendish
I've tuned out at this
floating
point.
fortress.
Oh, okay.
And then bullets, which...
Okay, so there's 6 bosses, basically is what that was saying.
Yes.
Are there 6 levels and then a final
I don't
level?
know, but I assume that's what it's saying. I don't remember...
Was this an 8-bit game?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. A Nintendo-made game or no?
Nintendo made?
Is it a Nintendo game?
It's a Nintendo NES, yes.
No, that's not what I mean. Like, is it a Capcom game? Is it a Konami game? Is it a Nintendo game? Is
It's
it
not
a
a
Nintendo?
Nintendo
Okay.
game.
Is it a Capcom game?
Yes.
Okay. Do you drive in a vehicle sometimes?
Not that I know of. I don't think so.
Okay. Oh. Do you have a cane that you jump on folks with?
No.
Damn it!
Jump on folks?
Dogs, burglar dogs.
No, but I was going to do part 2 of that.
I don't.
But then
think
I
would
looked
know
that up.
part
I'm
2.
like, I think we've done this one.
No.
Or you've done it. You either did 1 or 2 because you talked about traveling the
1.
globe
I
and
did
collecting
1.
artifacts.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much how 2 reads. I'm
It's
like,
the same
well,
game. Yeah.
So I couldn't do it.
Okay, so it's a Capcom game. Is this part of a series?
No.
Is it a licensed game?
Yes.
It must be. Do you play as a duck?
Yes.
Is it Darkwing Duck? Yeah!
Yeah.
That was just a shot in the dark. I was like,
Because we were just talking about that. And I forgot that's... Because when you said that game was kind of Mega Man-esque, where you choose the levels, I didn't even remember that. But then once I started reading, I'm like, well, crap. We did just talk about how there's like...
Well, I didn't know. I didn't say that. I said it's Mega Man X just because I picture him. I didn't know that you picked the levels, but you've got the blaster and it's action platformers.
Yeah,
just
yeah.
all when I was saying it was that.
Yeah. Did you pick up that Disney Afternoon thing yet?
Not yet.
Or are
I'm
you
too
going to wait
busy.
for Switch? It has to come out on Switch.
I think it's at home. They're all Nintendo games. It has to come out on the Switch. And it doesn't have a
Yeah.
Platinum, so I've got no reason to get it on PlayStation.
Right. Yeah.
All right. Ready?
Yeah.
Blank and his daughter, Cheryl. Do you know it yet?
No.
Are driving to their favorite vacation spot. Late that night, a figure suddenly appears from out of the darkness. Blank turns the wheel in panic, and the car careens off the road, knocking Harry unconscious.
Is this Silent Hill?
Really? Can I finish
I've never
it?
even played that game, but I know
damn
that's
it.
how it starts. Like they crash, and then he wakes up, and his daughter's gone, and he's in Silent Hill, and
Harry turns the wheel in panic, and the car knocking her. Awakening sometime later, he realizes Cheryl is missing. Stumbling out of the wreckage, he heads toward... you could barely read it. He heads toward, the small town of Silent Hill. I've missed out on that. I haven't played any of the games in the series. Silent Hills PT was my first Silent Hill game, and that was even just a playable
mine too.
teaser.
To me, I love Resident Evil. This is almost more true survival horror.
Like Alone in the... Did you ever play Alone in the Dark?
Is that the one that was like a
It was
rail
very
shooter?
polygony. No. It was survival horror, but it was polygony, and it was... that sounds like the marriage. Polygony. I don't know.
Polygony?
Polygonal.
Yeah. What's the game I'm thinking of? No.
Are you afraid of the dark?
Remember that game? That game scared the crap out of me.
There was a game for Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Yeah, Graham had it. Graham White had it. I don't know why she had it, but we played it on her
on her PC.
And it was in like a house of wax or something. And like
Yes.
that game, it was like a point and click thing, like
Yep.
Myst.
Yep.
That game scared the crap out of me. But no, what am I thinking of? Not Alone in the Dark, but one of those arcade like rail shooters where like, and you had the gun and you're moving the reticle on the screen.
Oh.
It wasn't Alone in the Dark, but
No, it wasn't Alone in the Dark. I know what you're
House of
talking
the
about.
Dark.
House of the Dead.
House of the Dead.
It was a Sega game, Sega
That's what I was
arcade
thinking
game.
of.
Yep.
Oh wait, so Alone in the Dark. I don't think I remember that. But no, Silent Hills is legit like
Silent Hill.
Silent.
Don't say Hills. It makes me sad.
Silent Hill apostrophe
Franchise.
S. Silent Hill is
Oh, okay.
like
Sorry.
true survival horror.
Yeah.
Like you may only kill a handful of enemies throughout that game. Like you really need to conserve ammo. I mean, this is what I've heard. I've never played it, but I'm sure I would love it. That was Konami, right?
It was Konami.
basically their
Yeah,
answer
that's
to
why I
Resident
don't
Evil.
just freaking...
Yeah, I would like to play them. At least the first one was PS1.
Yeah.
Or was it PS2?
It was PS1. It was 99, so it was late PS1.
Yeah, I'd like to play it, but I don't know when I ever will at this point. But
I never will.
think
I would have played
enjoy it.
Silent Hills because my... Never mind. My dude, Kojima, was directing it, and now he is not. But people think he still is. That's okay. It is what it is. And you know what this is? This has been episode 72 of the Two Player Co-op Podcast. Seriously, thank you guys so much for being here. If you like what you see, hit that subscribe button down there. Hit the like button down here. Send the video to your friends. Did you? Okay, good. Send the video to your friends. Tell them to subscribe. We're on a quest to hit as many subscribers as we can before episode 75.
Not 500.
No. Maybe we'll do another Bob Mackey video and we'll jump up in subs. Yeah, 3 weeks from now, well, like 2.5 weeks from now, we're going to live stream episode 75 from your house.
Yeah.
Episode 75, Friday night, May 26th. We'll start promoting it and stuff. Maybe we'll make graphics or something. I don't know. We need a kind of funny Kevin, and we need an Andy Cortez. Friday, May 26th, we're going to live stream episode 75. Depends how the news goes, but the main point of that episode, we're going to interact with all y'all, and we're going to go through each of our top 75 games of all time.
Also,
I was going to say talk.
doesn't really affect the podcast so much, but we're excited. So I don't know if anybody watching this watched our WrestleMania preview. We had Memphis' own Kevin Cerrito on the show. Had a lot of fun with that. He does a lot of video game trivias. Last one he did, we actually won. So there's that.
Back-to-back champs.
But we're actually going to be hosting the next one, assuming times and dates and all that work out. So we're
August.
excited for that. It's not going to be on the podcast, but we want to share this with you because we're friends. Also, we're going to be going, hopefully, on his radio show at some point.
That blows my mind.
That's awesome.
I know it's just Memphis, but my God,
But
that
still,
blows my mind.
we'll get to talk about wrestling and what I mean.
Yeah.
It'll be awesome. So, and I think you can
crazy.
listen online. There's-
Yeah, his
he
radio
tweets
show
out like
becomes a podcast also.
Right. So when that
At
happens,
Cerrito.
yeah,
Follow
check
him on
out
Twitter at Cerrito.
Cerrito.
Thank you.
So when that happens, we'll be sharing that news with y'all. But we're looking forward to it, and we can't wait. And thank you, Kevin Cerrito, because that's going to be awesome.
Yep.
And we can't wait.
He'll be back here probably
At least for SummerSlam.
at
if
least
not
for
before.
SummerSlam, maybe Money in the Bank. I'm so
I don't like that that's SmackDown.
I don't like that it's SmackDown only. I mean SmackDown's my favorite, but Raw should get one also, but it is what it is anyways. Speaking of all that, did you know we're also part of the Nerd 901 family? Go to nerd901.com for all things nerdy in Memphis and around the globe. Also, check out Ernie and Derek over at Pixels and Papers. We talked about them earlier. They specialize in RPGs and tabletop games. Check them out. Go back. Check out our conversation with them from a few weeks ago on the Friday show. We called it Quick Hit. It was an hour and 45-minute Quick Hit. We need to rebrand that.
Yeah.
On Twitter, I'm at Kevin White. I'm sick. Sick Kevin. At Kevin White 24. He's at Real Sean White together. We're at 2player_co-op. Delete, but don't delete this channel. Like the video if I didn't mention that. just, you know what I mean? Like the video. YouTube.com/2playercoop. If you're watching this somewhere else, I don't know how you're doing that other than Nerd901. If you're just hit subscribe and go to youtube.com/2playercoop. If you prefer audio, oh man. If you prefer audio, you can check us out on iTunes, SoundCloud, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, and audio services all around the world, but you really should go to youtube.com/2playercoop to get the full 2-player co-op experience. And we have a Facebook page that we never update, facebook.com/2player co-op gaming. We keep getting views there, so you guys must be listening to us and going there. So thank you so much.
It.
We should be tagged and stuff, but it's all the same stuff. You can get at youtube.com/2player co-op. All joking aside, thank you guys so much. We've come a long way in a few months. We've been doing YouTube less than a year. We're basically nobodies. We've been told that a lot recently. But there are 370 something of you out there that have subscribed because you like what you see, and that honestly, it means the world. It means the world to us. Thank you guys so much for being here. Yeah, that's all I got. We'll see you for episode 73, and until the next time, Sean, go ahead and take us out and do whatever you're gonna do.
Thank you for playing.
Hadouken! That was so fucking. That was garbage. I almost said a swear word. That was horrible. Ultra Street Fighter 2 is coming out in 3 weeks. Bye, guys.